In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to make a page, how to use the editor functionality, and how to create something that looks great. To do that, I'm going to actually walk you through building an onboarding page for Spark that's going to allow you to see how we use text modules, media components, and the live editor toolbar. So let's jump in. First thing I'm going to do to create a new page is click this button in the top right. Once I click that, it's automatically going to load a blank screen, and in the middle you'll see that I have a bunch of different options. These are called Spark sections. These section types give you all kinds of different UI components that you're able to use to build out beautiful looking pages really quickly and in real time. To start, I'm going to select the text section. Now, I've already written up all my text, so you're going to see me jump between my text editor and Spark just to make this a little bit faster for you as a watcher. So to start, let me grab my text. For this tutorial, I'm going to give it a little bit of a header up top and style that. And then let's add a header. That looks a little small, so I'm going to make it bigger. Just by selecting the text and highlighting it, I get all the options that are available to me for any element within Spark. Again, everything's real time, so you can always tweak things, change it around, and see what looks best. In this case, the H2 feels a little small, so I'm going to go with the H1. That looks a little bit better. Now I'm going to add just a bit of a description behind it. So let me get this. All right, now we're looking pretty good. I think finally, since the goal of this is to load these for new users, I want to give them an action step. So I'm going to add this kind of as a little like task for them to try. I give it a little bit of styling to call it out so they can see it. Maybe I could add a color. I'm not sure. I'll come back to that later. All right, now that this is done, let's add another section. To do that, I'm going to click the plus button down here. Now I'm going to do a media section. Media sections are great because they allow you to add really interesting descriptive text alongside an image, GIF, or a YouTube video as well. You can also lay them out in a bunch of different ways. Right now I have text on the right and an image on the left, but by highlighting the Spark editor toolbar, I can do it centered, or I can do it to the right side. You might have noticed in the centered, there was no sort of placeholder text. Spark also has the header functionality, which allows you to add a sort of header and description to any section, or hide it if you don't want to add that. For now, I'm going to hide it, and I'm going to show this image on the right side, text on the left. It's a lot of white space going on here, so let's try to break it up a little by adding a background color. I'm going to add this one. This should be a light blue. You can do that right here by just clicking on this, pasting it. Now I've got my light blue background. And I'm going to start adding my text in. So first things first, I want to teach you guys how to use the Spark toolbar. And add that in there. Add my description copy. And then, again, I'm going to add a little action step. That's great, but it'll look a lot better if I add an image. So let's try that. Let's see. These are a bunch of images I've already added. And I'm going to scroll down and grab this one right here. You should always add alt text, make it as SEO friendly as possible. So Spark header demo. All right, that's starting to look pretty good. As you can see here, I've got my image in here, I've got my text to the left, I've got my text up top. Let's keep going. I'll add another section. This one I'm going to add another media type. And I'm going to place it the opposite side just to give it a little bit more of a back and forth flow. I'm also going to change this back to white. Now let's add our copy in. Working with sections. Let's make it a little bigger. We'll go with an H1. And let me grab my copy. In this case, I'm going to grab all of this, paste it in. Clean up the spacing a little bit. You know what? I think actually I'm going to swap it the other way. Let's try that. Awesome. Let's call these out a little bit more. Make them bold. And let's add our image. Let's see what we have in here. Let's try a GIF. This will help people see the product in action. Nice. Now that we've added these two text sections, let's try adding some callouts. Callouts are really great for highlighting some more details, and you can do that, in bulk with 1, 2, 3, or 10 different sort of callouts around functionality. In this case, I'm going to create 3 because I want to give the users 3 options to sort of dive in a little bit deeper. To add some clarity around what this section's for, I'm going to add a header, and I'm just going to say dive deeper into the details. You'll notice this description here. I'm going to leave it blank. And in Spark, when you leave things blank, it will continue to show up in the editor as a placeholder, so you know it's there, but it won't show up on your live site. So I'm going to leave it blank, so I just have this header section here. Let me test the spacing a little. It's a little big. I'm going to go with an H2, and let's drop in our content. One of the things I love about copying content over in Spark is the way that it handles formatting. You don't ever have to worry about pasting stuff in and it comes out sort of weirdly formatted or breaking things. The media gallery is great because it saves everything, so I'm just going to jump in and pick a few icons that I really like. I think it's a great way to illustrate just sort of how things work. Finally, we're at the end of this tutorial, so I want to add a call to action. Take a next step. I'm going to say, tutorial is complete. Go back to your Spark editor. Congrats, you've walked through your first tutorial and you're ready to start building your own pages. The last thing we need to do is get this thing ready to actually go live. Let's try publishing. You've seen this button down here the whole time. Let's try to put it to use. Click Publish Page. In order to go live, Spark needs you to put in some information so that we can SEO this page and make sure it's ready for being publicly viewed. First off, let's give it an internal name. I'm going to call it tutorial number 1, getting started. That's great for internal reference, but might not be great for SEO, so let me change it a little bit. Okay, now that I've got this in, I'm ready to publish. Let's give it a shot. Success. Awesome. Let's check out our page live. And as you can see, we've got our live page right here with everything that we've built. But you know what? Something seems missing. There's no call to action with buttons or links or anything there. So why don't we quickly add a few in just to see what that looks like. Let's go back to the editor. I'm going to take this out, and instead, let's add some call to actions. Let's see. I'll add a primary button and say, learn more. Where do I want to send these users? I can choose an external destination by inputting a full URL, something like https://.google.com. If I want to pop a new tab open, I just click this, and that will automatically open a new tab. You can also see Spark is telling me I have live with unpublished changes. This means that if I go back to my site, I've still got the original published version. The new changes I'm adding in won't happen, of course, until I hit publish. Let's try adding something else, maybe another button. In this case, I want to use something called Smart Links because I'm linking to another page on Spark. To do that, I'm just going to drop down my options. In this case, I'm going to send people to my blog. So as I start typing blog, I can see Spark automatically finds that page for me. I can click it, and now I've Smart Linked here. One of the awesome benefits of this is that you'll never have to worry about having broken links across your site. Anytime you change a URL, we automatically 301 redirect it and update your sitemap dynamically. This way, you never have any broken references in your site. It's a really clean way of making sure that things work, your users always get to where they want to go, and that you don't have broken links popping up on Spark that lead to 404 pages. For learn more, I think, let's try something different. Now that I have my Smart Link set here and my external link set here. Let's give it a test. Click publish. All right, awesome. Let's go check out the page. As you can see, they immediately show up, and I'm able to instantly link through the smart link to our blog. Or if I go back, click on the external link, which opens a new tab. All right, thanks for watching. That concludes this tutorial on building your first Spark page. As you can see, our page is live and our status is right here. From here, there's a lot more you can do in Spark. You can create a landing page, you can set up your blog, configure your elements with your branding, button colors, header and footer, add integrations, connect with pre-vetted creatives who can help you build your site and build design assets, or configure your site to get ready for going live on your custom domain. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us at hello@spark.app. Looking forward to seeing what you create.